Hi paper crafters, this is Robin with Robin's Creative Cottage. I'm so excited. Today is day 5 of the stamp release party at my craft spot, and we are going to show you the 5th stamp set today that Kimberly has designed. So excited for another baby stamp set. This stamp set that I'm going to be using today is called New Arrival. I just happen to be using the New Arrival Cricut Cartridge to design my project. This is the New Arrival Handbook, and on page 107 is the image that I'm going to use to cut out. This is the baby booty, and it's the only image that I'm going to use. Here are my 2 pink booties that I've cut out. One of them I flipped so it was in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to use my Cuttlebug Houndstooth Cuttlebug folder to do some embossing, and I'll do this on both of the booties. Now that I have my 2 images embossed, I'm placing them on my craft mat, and then I'm going to use my antique linen distress ink to add a little bit of ink around the edges, and then I'm also going to add it a little bit to the top of each of the booty, and when I take it over the top, I'm just going to go over very lightly just to add just a little bit of color, and I'll do that on both of these booties here. I thought it would be really fun to add this ribbon through those holes, just like I'm sewing. This ribbon is the crinkle ribbon from my craft spot. It's called Vanilla Bean, and I love this ribbon. So I'm just taking it through the loops, and that's the back side. I'm going to go ahead and just pull the edge over, and I'll tape it down, and then finish pulling those loops back through, and just keeping them loose, not too tight. Again, trim that, add a little bit of tape, and then that's the top. And then I'll go ahead and add the ribbon to the bottom of the booty. Just weave it through. Again, not pulling it too tight. Just put some tape on the back. That just is holding my ribbon down just fine. And then I'll just trim the edges. And then that's what it looks like. So it's a really cute booty, and I'll go ahead and do that with the other one. They're both laced up now, and so I'll just use some more of this ribbon and tie a bow, and then I'm just going to add the bow on one of the booties. Just fuss with my bow a little bit and decide where I want to put the bow. And I'll just trim the ends, and then from there what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just add, I'll just use a glue dot to attach my bow right onto the front of there. And then here's the stamp set. This is the New Arrival stamp set designed by Kimberly. And this has got some really cute sayings on it. It's great for baby showers or for someone who is doing a baby announcement. I'm going to use one of the sayings on there that reads, "Bottles and booties, bibs and more, a new little baby to love and adore." And I'm just going to ink that up using my Memento Rich Cocoa ink on just a piece of scratch paper. And then what I've decided to do is I'm going to just trim it, just following kind of the curve of the letters, the curve of the words, just around a little bit, instead of just cutting it into a square. I thought that would be a fun way to do it. And then I'll just add a little bit more of this antique linen ink around the edge. And then I went ahead and decided to mount that on a brown piece of cardstock, just to add a little bit more color using my ATG tape. And then again, I'll just use my piercing scissors to trim around the edge. Using my hole punch and a little bit of baker's twine, that's how I'm going to attach it to my booty. I'll just punch a little bit of a hole there, put the baker's twine through and then just thread it underneath that ribbon that I have on the bootie, and then I'll just tie a loose knot so it hangs nicely. I decided to use a few roses from Wild Orchid Crafts to put on my project. I'm just using my glue gun. I'm just placing a few roses on here. I thought that would add a really pretty touch to this little baby bootie. And what I'm doing with these two little baby booties is I'm going to make a gift bag, and it's just going to be a really small bag, probably just big enough to put maybe a little gift card in there. So I just cut down my gift bag to the size that I would need, just trimming it just a little bit more. And while I was thinking here, I went ahead and cut out 2 more booties just like I did previously, and then I inked up the edges with the same ink. And I did that because I wanted to add it behind. This is the back side that I'm gluing where I had added the ribbon before. And then when I place this on here, all those ribbon edges on the back are all hidden, so you won't see it. And same with this side. This is the back side that I'm gluing, and this is, I glued the roses on the other side. So when I add an extra one, you don't see all those ribbon edges. So it gives it just a really good finished look. So then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and glue these onto the paper bag. So I'll take the paper bag here, add in some of my glue, and then I cut the bag just so it would fit just in that lower part of the bootie, and that way it won't stick out the top. So just folding it down good, again adding a little bit more glue, and then I'll add the other bootie, and I just want to match them up really well. And this glue dries actually really fast. And then I'll just trim the ribbon tails just a little bit more. And then here you can see the bag. I'll just go ahead and open it up so you can see it stand. It just kind of rocks a little bit because the bottom edge is rounded from the bootie. So of course it needs something in it so it won't keep closing up. I decided to make some homemade shredded paper, and so I just have 2 pieces of paper here, just a pink layer and then a white layer, and the pink is just underneath the one that I'm cutting, and so I'm just cutting very thin strips. So it's a quick and easy way to make your paper shredder, and then I just wad it up with my hand really good. I'll open my bag and then I'll just put my shredded paper in there. Very easy to make that shredded paper, by the way. Well, there's my cute baby bootie bag all finished. It's really quick and easy. I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks so much for visiting today, and I hope you'll come on over to my blog so you can see more creative ideas. Have a great day, everyone.